put your name and your city, where you're from, in the WhatsApp message. Some people are going to use nom de plumes. That's all right. And so, just follow those steps. There it is again. Just save that number to your contacts. I'll pop it up on screen again just now. And then send me a WhatsApp message to that number and put your name and your city in the WhatsApp message, and then you'll be registered as a Tom London Show caller. So we'll open the lines in just a minute or two from now, and let's run with open lines. I've got a topic that I'd like to talk about tonight, but I thought I'd throw the show open to you. See what's on your mind. Just two provisos, I suppose. Well, one really is politics. I want to stay away from it. What a dirty game, and I don't want to play in the mud pool. The other thing is religion. Although I'm not shy to talk about religion, I enjoy talking about religion. I just don't think we need to get into religious debates. I mean, it's a personal thing. But politics is the one thing I want to stay away from. And absolute negativity about the world, etc., is also not my gig. But I don't mind discussing problems, if that makes any sense, right? So if you're going to be calling the show, register as a caller. And we may take some calls, unregistered calls. We'll see. We'll see where the wind blows. And I'll open the lines in just a minute or two from now. Firstly, thank you to everybody who's been watching and watched last night and sent such lovely messages through on the comment section. I read through every one of them this morning, and I got lots of SMSs and messages from people saying they enjoyed the first show. So I hope you did. I hope it was good enough for you. It's only going to get better from here. And I hope you're going to be a regular viewer and join us as many times during the week as you can at 9 o'clock Central Africa time, weeknights. I say Central Africa time because we want as many people from the UK and Europe as possible. So if you're watching from over the pond, welcome to the show. We're going to glue South Africa and Europe together on this show. And I suppose I have to say the United Kingdom, Great Britain, etc., because they're not part of Europe. I made that decision. We're vying out of here, bro. I wonder whether we should go to the messages. So if you're watching, just pop a message in the comment section down below. Okay, Val Landau says Russell wants to connect. Now, I don't know what that means. Does Russell want to phone in? Does Russell want to have coffee? Yeah. If Russell wants to phone in, tell him to get his phone ready. Claire Feldman's on board. Claire says evening all. Sarah Key's on board. Sarah says hello. And David Batsoffen, hello from Cairo. Chatted to David a little earlier on today. David's in Cairo at the moment. Nice one. Cheryl is on board. John Moslin's on board. Thank you, John. Helen is on board. I'm seeing some regular viewers now. These are our pioneer viewers on the Tom London Show. Jacob Mahlangu. How's it, Jacob? Welcome to the show. I hope you find a happy home here, and everyone... just to reiterate what I said last night, comment section down below is to make friends. So let's keep it a friendly comment section. And I hope as you join, I'm seeing new names. You know, Jacob is a new person. Some people I recognize, some I don't. So as new people join us, won't you welcome them? Lynn Smith says, hi, Tom and everybody. Caroline says, hello. Bunny Burbaum was on last night. And Bunny says, good evening, Tom. Hugs. And who else have we got? Ian Lombard says, I'm back. Terry van der Walt is on board with no message, but just Terry van der Walt is on board. I've got so many interesting stories about Terry van der Walt. Just ones I can tell. Justin Chamberlain. Hello, Tom, and good evening, everybody. My brother Nick down in Mpumalanga, living with the animals in the bush, is on board. Edward Sayers says, hi, Tom, well done. Thank you, Edward. Good to have you on board. And Maxine Smith joining us out of the UK. Top of the evening to you, Tom. Keep the messages rolling in the comment section down below. I'd like to see where you're calling from or where you're watching from and who you are. So introduce yourself to me, introduce yourself to the people around in the comment section, and make friends. That's what the comment section is for. It's for you to make friends, right? So what's on your mind today? I'll tell you what I did. I went and I was doing video production today, and I was doing filming at 2 car dealerships. And I spent the day filming. It was, and then the thing that I realized today, just shooting outdoors and indoors, was the weather. The weather's perfect in South Africa. You know, we got potholes, we got problems, we got politicians, we got all this nonsense. But boy, do we have the best weather in the world? There are people that move from all over the world to come to South Africa just to live in this weather. I was grateful for it today. So that's what I was thinking about today. Let's see. Jacob says, I'm good, thanks. Finally online. Yeah, finally, hey. Ian Lombard brings something up that's quite interesting. I walked into the shop down the road the other day and no eggs. Are there still no eggs on the shelves in South Africa? What's the story? And here's the problem I've got with eggs, right? I may have said this on the show last night, maybe not. I bought 6 eggs about 3 months ago, and I was making an omelette, and I cracked open an egg and it was fraught, and it smelt really, really bad. And it put me off the omelette. I didn't eat the egg. I didn't try the others in the box. I just threw the whole box away and thought, I'm off eggs. And then a few months later, just a little while ago, walk into the supermarket and no eggs. And today I see a post on Facebook, a meme that goes, your face when you've got eggs, and it's someone standing there like this, all proud. But I'd be worried about those eggs in my fridge. Are you, when if you bought the eggs a couple of days before they got taken off the shelf, do you eat them? Or do you turf them? I don't even know what is it, avian flu, or what is one of these listeriosis things, or something wrong with the eggs. But I haven't seen eggs for a while. So have you? And are you doing okay without eggs? I'm fine without eggs. But there's our first topic brought up by Ian Lombard. I guess with eggs being scarce, potato salad is now the in thing. I want to know what's on your mind. What are you thinking of? Pop it in the comment section down below. Val Landau says the best weather. And in East London, you jump off the 3rd floor and land on the roof. Huh? Is that because of the wind or your wind? What is it? Okay, Ian Lombard, you're going to have to explain that comment when you jump off the 3rd floor and land on the roof. Galen Spiss says we had an egg shortage in New Zealand, whether it's pizza and fish, man, because they made it that only free-range eggs can be sold. So now there's an egg shortage in New Zealand. David says they've got eggs in Cairo. He's going to bring back some... He's going to bring some eggs back as gifts. And actually, before we went on air tonight, I was thinking of David Batsoffen, and I keep thinking of it must have been an interview he did many years ago at 702, where I don't know whether he brought them in or he was gifted them or something, a Picasso tile. And I remember going, oh man, I wish I could have one of those. I don't know whether David still got it. I mean, can you imagine owning a piece of ceramic by Picasso? Helen says the chickens came before the eggs. That's the issue. There we go. Nice one, Helen. Oh, Ian Lombard explained that. It's the wind. All right, but which wind? Patricia wants to know if the cushions are swapped around tonight. I've got no idea. Were they the other way around last night? No idea. Eagle eye, hey? Ian continues to explain, it's the wind. The wind is so bad it blows the tiles off the roof at the society. Yeah, but you see, I'm not including the coastal regions when I say the best weather in the world. I'm talking about Johannesburg. Maxine says, do the water test. A jug with water, pop an egg, and if it floats in the water, and if it sinks to the... What? If it floats, chuck it, and if it sinks to the bottom, it's fresh, and if it's floating at the bottom, then it's okay, but no, jeez, that sounds difficult. David says he's still got one of those Picasso tiles. He lost the other in the divorce. All right. Okay, eggs. Are we really talking about eggs tonight? This is open lines, by the way. So open lines on the comment section. Whatever's on your mind, pop it in there. You want us to discuss something in the comment section and on air? Put it in there. And then I'll open the telephone line in just a moment. Les Faber from Skierpoort says, avian influenza is a huge problem. We have to sterilize when moving from farm to farm. Okay, so obviously Les is in the... Are you in the egg business now, Les? And Helen says, no, that's not right about that. There's our first argument. Helen says, no, that's not right about the eggs in the water. All right, of all the things I thought we'd be discussing tonight when I started the show, eggs was not one of them. And I don't have much to say about eggs, I'm afraid. Except always go for the extra large jumbo ones, those big ones. A few rand more, but boy, do you feel good when you crack one of those muraba big eggs open. Or have I got it wrong with Helen? Did she say it is right? I don't know. I can't work that out. All right, another topic, please, in the comment section down below. And if you've got something on your mind or you want to phone in and say hello, give me a call. I'll open the lines in just a minute. Kelly Davro says, I hope Coke pay for advertising, Tom. No, they don't. I'm probably into Coke for about $1 million now over a lifetime. They owe me some money or a discount. But I'm determined to leave this Coke can here and have it in my show every time we do a show so that Coca-Cola can see that it's there, and then one day perhaps they will give me money after they've seen how much I'm advertising my favorite drink. You see, I wasn't breastfed as a kid. I was born premature, and in those days they kept you away from your mom in an incubator in ICU, and I think it was about a month or so, put me on formula. So I never got mother's milk, and I think I've been looking for mother's milk ever since, and this is the closest I can get to mother's milk. Oh man, always Coca-Cola. Okay, who wants to talk about... Claire says she wants to talk about bad drivers. I'd like to know where the worst... here's a question, right? And if you've traveled around the world, pop it in the comment section down below. Where have you experienced the worst drivers in the world? Where are the worst drivers in the world? Pop that in the comment section. And talking about transport, Helen says, talk about the hobby horse made of transport. Here we go. Man. Claire says Coke sponsorship would be excellent. Okay, listen. Shall we open the lines? Let's open that line, and you can call in. If you're a registered caller, I'll take your call first. If you're not a registered caller, then pot luck. And just remember, you're not always going to get in and on the line, but give it a try. You may just be on air with me. Shall we do it? Let's open the lines. If you've got your phone nearby and you want to have a chat, give me a call on 067-219-7893. Lines are open now. Robert Bruce Naismith is on board. He's joined late, but that's okay. Better late than never. How's it, Rob? Good to have you on board. And I'm just trying to... So I suppose people are shy the first time. I suppose people are like, I don't know, do I want to be the first caller on Tom London's show? And so, should we take a chance with someone? Let's answer the phone. Tom London Show, you're on the air. Hi. David? Oh, it's connecting. All right. Yeah, WhatsApp is not like a normal call. Hey, you've got to wait for the thing to connect, and we're connecting to Cairo right now. So I'm hoping that the connection to Cairo, between South Africa and Cairo, is okay, because it just says connecting. We had this thing last night, do you remember? Connecting and connecting and connecting and connecting. David, I'm going to try and call you back. Let's see if we can get hold of David. I'm just going to... Oh, man, me and phone calls, not always easy. I've just started talking to people on the phone again after about 5 years. I got into a thing where I didn't like talking on the phone. Let's see if we can get hold of David. It is ringing, and let's see if it connects. Otherwise, David could not connect because the mobile carrier or Wi-Fi network doesn't support WhatsApp calls. Now, I don't know whether that means my Wi-Fi network or David's Wi-Fi network. Could be David's Wi-Fi network. He's in Cairo. All right, so we're looking for another caller if David can't get through. So, yeah, there's your number, 067-219-7893. Somebody's going to be the first caller on the show tonight. Somebody has to be. It could be you, if you've got a phone nearby. Don't be shy, 067-219-7893. So, seen as the topics that are coming in from the comment section are, nothing's grabbing my attention. Justin says it was easier using the old landline phones. I know that. The old cables worked, hey? All right, David Batshoffen says it's not working. It looks like his side. He will chat when he gets back to South Africa. Looking forward to that. I'll leave that number up on the screen. If you've got the courage and you can build it up and pick up the phone and call, I'll answer the telephone and put you on the air and we'll have a good chat. Here's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about the old days. And I was thinking about things that I miss. And I was wondering what you miss from back in the day. So let me give you an idea of what I miss. I miss fish paste. Seeing as they don't make fish paste like they used to. And this is a recent miss. I miss being able to go buy a tub of fish paste in a glass tub and spread it on some freshly toasted toast with some butter and enjoy myself some fish paste on toast, sometimes with thin cucumber slices. No more fish paste. I miss it. I'm trying to read my handwriting on the board in front of me. Oh, the neighborhood bakery. I miss the neighborhood bakery. In Springs, we had a bakery called Dainties. It was owned by one of Eddie Eckstein's relatives, actually. And the confectionery was out of this world. And I just don't think we've got great bakeries anymore. Yeah, the supermarkets try, but I don't think it's the same. What do you think? Do you miss the neighborhood bakery? Any good bakeries in Johannesburg, South Africa? Which are the best? Maybe you know. I can go try them out. But I miss Dainties. I miss the neighborhood bakery, man. And I miss milk being delivered to your door in the morning. Do you remember that? When you got up in the morning and you opened your front door, there's a glass bottle of milk. You'd leave your tokens outside. I miss milk dropped at the door in the morning. I miss doctors' house visits. That doesn't happen anymore. Now you got to schlep off to the doctor's rooms and sit with a whole lot of other COVID-infested people and sick people and thumb through magazines that have, and if you do that, thumbing through a magazine at a doctor's office, you need to think twice. Yeah, you got to sit there. And they're never on time. But I miss doctors who came to the house. We had a doctor called Dr. DeVet, and he would come with one of those black bags. And as a kid, you would hope that there were no injections in that bag, that whatever he did to you wouldn't include an injection. But he used to come around to the house when we had coughs and colds and whatever. Doctor's house calls, man. What happened? Why? Why did we chuck that out? There's some things I don't understand. Some things I do. Okay, progress, evolution, technology. But some things I'm just like, why did we do it? I miss the Springs Advertiser. We used to have a great local newspaper. Local newspapers aren't the same anymore. And so I'm just wondering what it is. If you look back on your life and you go, hold on, that's not in my life anymore, and I quite liked it in my life, and now it's not. What is it that you miss? Write it in the comment section down below. I'd dearly love to take a call from someone tonight. I have seen one or two. I've missed one or two as I've been chatting. But the line is open. The studio line is open, and you can call me. And what I'd like calls on is what you miss. So what do you miss? Let me know. Right? While we wait for calls, I'll tell you what you're saying in the comments section, right? Helen Mitvach says, clubbing in Hillbrow and eating Fontana chicken on the street at 4 a.m. I do not miss clubbing in Hillbrow. I tell you why. Because I used to go clubbing in Hillbrow with a friend of mine called Dion. Sometimes he comes into the show and you see him in the comment section. Dion would always land up in fights outside Bella Napoli's. And then what do? Your friends fighting, trying to stop people fighting, you get involved in it as well. Man. Every time we drove in his old VW Beetle down the highway from Springs to Joburg, the only thing I could think of is I wonder how many fights I'm going to get into tonight. So my memories of Hillbrow are mostly of Bella Napoli's and arguments on the pavement. Bunny Burbaum says, I miss John Burks. So do I. And I miss him both as a broadcaster and as a human being. What an incredible man he was. Robert Bruce Naismith says, Coke Excellence, smoking Camels. Can you see them? I haven't got any cigarettes here, come on. Ian Lombard says, Wilson's Toffee Slab. Don't they make them anymore? I remember those. Claire says she misses decent human beings and high value system, morals, and ethics. Yeah, Claire, don't be so frivolous. Serious? Yeah, I also. But you know what? I think there are still decent human beings in the world. I think, behavior is. Sometimes decent people don't behave that well. Right? Where did Tab go? Can you still get it as opposed to Coke in SA? Asks Kelly Davra. I think Tab's finished, eh? No, it's done. Kim Wilman misses her grandmother's cook sisters and her mom's scones. Robert says yes, Red Row. Ian Lombard misses milk delivered with the electric car. Kelly says that butchers are also fading away in the UK. It's all left to the big supermarkets. We still got butcheries in South Africa, eh? Hey, they're surviving. Robert Bruce Naismith says, I miss CDs. Do you? What do you miss about them? Is it the tangible thing that you can touch them and hold them and pull the sleeve note out and read and look at the artwork and stuff? We've lost that in the digital age. I miss vinyl records, actually. Jane says there's been a great neighborhood bakery in Krugersdorp, Geneva. Been there for 60 years and it's great. Lynn Smith says melodies, Craterman's pie and gravy. Was Melodies a national chain, or was that just a Springs thing, Melodies Music? Robert Naismith says, I miss friendly neighbors. That's a good one, Rob. That's a good one, because neighbors don't really say hello to each other anymore. And I don't think it's just a South African thing. I think it's a global thing. Although I say hello to my neighbors. There's Roy, who lives 2 houses down, and we have a chat every day. And then there's Christina, who lives across the road, and when I see her, I say hello. And there's Marius, who lives next door. And I've got a couple of neighbors I say hello to, but you got to make an effort, don't you? It's not like it used to be where you knew everybody. You popped over for some tea and Mari biscuits. Nowadays, it's a quick hello as you pass each other in the driveway. Louise Bristow says George's Bread open in Springs. It's so good. Best chocolate brownies ever. Is that now, George's Bread? You can go to Springs and get George's Bread. Gaynor has just joined us from Hout Bay in Cape Town. How's it, Gaynor? The Republic of Hout Bay, eh? Ian Lombard misses Tea Room Bioscope double features. Yeah, going off to the movies, eh? And tea rooms. You don't hear that word anymore, the tea room. My mom used to like meeting friends at the tea room. Now we've got coffee shops, but we don't have tea rooms. There's a business idea. Robert says he misses Kilkenny. Did I make it anymore? Don't have it anymore? Drive-ins, says Nancy Wemers. That's a nice one. Nancy misses drive-ins. Somebody call me in chat. Yeah, somebody's got to call and chat. I'm desperate for a chat with someone. And I know it's going to be a slow start on the show when it comes to taking calls and getting the ball rolling and getting confidence levels up and feeling confident enough to call. I know. I've been through this before on talk radio. And once the ball starts rolling, it's good. But it takes the first person to break the ice. And so I am looking for the very first call on the show that comes in on this particular line. Ice rinks. I think we still got ice rinks. Northgate, there's an ice rink in Johannesburg. Kim also says going to the drive-in. And Val says our doctor was Dr. Aaron. Always visited us girls, got tonsillitis often in Bellevue, etc. All right, shall we go to the lines? Let's try a call, right? And let's see if it connects this time. All right, you're on the air. Who is this?
It's Nicole speaking.
How's it, Nicole? How you doing?
Oh, fine. I thought I'd be the first one.
Well, I am more than happy to have you on board. Where are you calling from, Nicole?
I'm phoning from Kempton Park. I think you know me.
Nicole Patterson.
That's right.
Hey, your dad and I. Okay, so now we've got to put things in context, Nicole.
Yeah.
Your dad, Eddie, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Eddie Hoppy.
Yeah.
Was now you're testing my memory because I think I met your dad about 8, 9. Maybe 10 years ago even. It's quite a while back.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Your dad was either a senior cabin controller for SAA or he was in charge of all the cabin controllers at SAA. I can't remember.
No, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah,
and your dad, I know he's passed away now, but I think of him fondly. And the thing I always remember is when I met him, he brought me a postcard of an SAA 747, which I've still got, by the way. It's one of my treasured possessions.
It's probably the Helderberg that went down.
Yes, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was, and people still trying to get to the bottom of that mystery. I remember your dad telling me what he thought it was, and I thought, wow, never heard that theory before.
Yeah, he had some theories, but he was never keen to talk about them.
I know.
So.
I don't even know whether I can repeat his theories. I mean, he can't get into any trouble now. But I just thought what he said was interesting. It was there was smoking on planes in those days. So
people smoked cigarettes on planes in those days. But look,
who knows? Eh?
I don't know that it really happened that way. But that's just the theory that he had.
Yeah,
and he had a bit of insight, into what happened in the galleys.
Just to expand on it, if you don't mind, Nicole. And I'm an aviation nut, right? So I followed this story forever.
Yeah.
And there were all sorts of theories about red mercury or missiles being put in the cargo hold in the east and flown out here and stuff. And to this day, no one's really worked it out. It's still a topic of conversation on the aviation forums. And I remember chatting to your dad, and he was saying, that was those planes were combis, if I'm not mistaken. There was a large cargo section, and then a passenger section up front. And it was in the days of smoking, and very often, everything would get put in a rubbish bag and then put into the cargo hold. And I thought, wow, how come I've never heard of that? That makes a lot of sense, that it's possible that something just caught fire from a Stompy on that plane. We don't smoke in them anymore.
Yeah, apparently they say, apparently he said the crew used to stand in the back galley and smoke and just throw their cigarettes into the cargo, so their cigarette butts. There are a lot of people that
who knows
that will deny.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know. And I mean, he was up there.
Yeah.
He smoked, I can't tell you how many Lucky Strike cigarettes on board an aircraft. And drank, I can't tell you how many cups of coffee. So, yeah.
Well, Nicole.
Anyway, Tom, it was nice to chat to you.
Thank you. It's good to speak to you and good to remember your dad, and hope you're doing well. Hope that the family is good. And hope to speak to you soon, Nicole.
Okay, cool.
And thank you for being my first caller on the show. Yay! I'm never going to forget that. You go well. Okay, bye now.
Okay, cool.
That's Nicole out of Kempton Park. See, it's not that difficult. All you have to do is call the number, and then we have a chat. You tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you miss. And we'll chew the fat. Oh, yeah. Perhaps it's time for a commercial break. Are you ready for a commercial break? We'll be back right after a word from the advertisers.
Red, yellow, blue. Not green. Red, yellow, blue. Shiny and new. Red, yellow, blue. Buy one for him. Buy one for you. Red, yellow, blue. Red, yellow, blur. Blue, yellow, red. Blue, yellow, Fred. Could it be true? Dooby-dooby-doo. Red, yellow, blue. This one's for you.
Once again, the hard-nosed Big Fine Point proves its point. It writes first time, every time.
Well, thank you to Nicole for being the first caller on the show. The lines are open. You're welcome to call the studio number now, 067-219-7893. I want to know what you miss when you look back on your long life. What do you miss? We've had a lot of nice stuff coming through on the comments section, but I'd love to take a call from you. So pick up the phone and give me a call, 067-219-7893. Tell me what you miss. Did you like the adverts, by the way? I thought, seeing as we're going to be chatting about things that we miss, why don't we put some old-time adverts on? And I'll throw a few more on for you before we finish the show tonight. I got a couple up my sleeve. Do you remember that? Red, yellow, blue. Buy one for me. Buy one for you. And they were only about $20,000 in those days. But I don't know, you can't even buy a City Golf anymore. Caller, you're on the air. Who's this?
John, hi. It's Greg Gordon here calling from Franschhoek. How's it going?
I'm all right. Greg from Franschhoek.
Yeah. I'm just phoning in to say congratulations on the new show. It's a breath of fresh air. I was a big fan of yours when you were on
Thanks, Greg.
702. So
man.
It's good to see that you're on the airwaves again. If just looking at those ads just now,
Yes.
that was a very creepy clown. You remind me of Pennywise out of Stephen King's It. It's pretty creepy.
You know, I didn't know while my late mom, I had no idea until I was in my 40s that she was afraid of clowns. And I went somewhere with my mom and dad one day, and there was a clown walking around, and he came straight up to her, and she yelled. She went, "Ah!" And off she went. She was gone like a scone, as we'd say in the 80s. And I wonder what those adverts do to people who've got fear of clowns.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, do you remember the clowns at Boswell Wilkie Circus? They had ringmasters. They had all sorts of. They had clowns. They had horses and lions and all sorts of weird stuff. Anyway, look, I just wanted to say. Welcome back to the airwaves. It's lovely to have you, and it's good to hear your voice.
Thanks, Greg. And if I'm not mistaken, you're in the photography business, aren't you? You also do photographs.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of stuff in terms of content. But,
yeah, I've seen you do other content, but I've just always been blown away by your photographs. Perhaps we can get you on the show soon and show off some of your work.
Thanks, man. You know, actually, there is another common thread between us. We both work for Vodacom.
Oh wow!
I know you did the radio station.
Yeah, I set up Vodacom Radio. Yeah,
back in the day, and I launched their digital magazine. Actually, we had a print magazine that went out to 1.2 million subscribers.
That's right.
And then I turned it into a digital platform.
Well, you must have been there when I was there, because I remember the digital magazine coming in.
It must have been. It must have been back in the day. Anyway, just a quick hello, and to say I'm the best of luck. Sorry, break a leg.
Thank you.
With the show, it's going to be a blast.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate the call. I'll be in touch with you soon. We get you on the air and we show off some of your work. I can't wait to do that. I'm really blown away every time I see your posts on Facebook. So thank you very much.
Cool.
Take care.
Man, you're very kind.
Thank you.
Talk soon. Okay, man.
Take care. Bye now. Extremely, extremely talented person, that man. And I'm not just saying that. I mean that. Extremely, extremely talented. Mentions the Boswell Wilkie Circus. You know, I was a clown in a circus once. One day I got it in my head. I thought, what is it that you've never done that you want to do, Tom? And I thought, I want to fight baby Jake Matlala. Now, forgive me if you've heard this story before, and I'm not going to tell the full story now. I'll leave it for another time. But I decided, I'd never boxed in a boxing ring before, but I'm 6'3" and I've got reach. I've got these long arms. And Jake was a friend of mine, and he was 4'11" and a 4 times former world champion. And I thought, I'm sure I could take him on. I got the reach. So I called him up and I said, listen, I got the reach but no experience. You got the experience but no reach. If we got into a boxing ring, who would win? And he said, I'd win. And I said, all right, fight's on. And I went and fought him at the Dubai Community Center, and he knocked me out in the second round. John Moslin, you're on the air. How's it, John? What's up?
Hi there, Tom. How are you?
I'm good, man. You know, I got to a stage in my life where I wake up in the morning and everything kind of works. I'm happy. That's my happiness for the day. I'm grateful. How are you doing, John?
There's no carrying on regardless.
I think we all are, hey?
I tell you one thing, there's been a lot of water under the bridge. You know, since I last saw you in studio, you know,
yes.
At that time when you were still doing all the interviews and the live shows and things that you did. And I still miss those shows that you had there, but I'm glad that you're actually back on.
Yeah, we got these ones going now. And tell me,
do you remember?
I remember you, mean, John, we've probably known each other for 20 years from the 702 days. I remember you coming into the studio at 702 and you had bulldogs. Do you still have bulldogs?
No.
Not?
I don't have. Titus died about 30 years ago.
Okay.
I've just lost a little foxy now on Monday night.
She's 14
sorry.
Years old. Oh, sorry, John.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was looking at Facebook today, and a friend of mine just lost a dog, also 14 years old, and she was absolutely devastated. And I'm one of those people who, I believe that the loss of an animal can hit you just as hard as the loss of a human being if it's an animal that you've had close to you and part of your life for so long. So I mean it when I say my condolences, and I hope you're okay.
Do you remember my partner? We came to visit you the one night at studio.
Yes.
She passed away 2 years ago.
Well, you've had a bit of bad luck, eh?
Oh yeah, I know bad luck, and I've now also had the terrible fatigue syndrome from the Delta virus as well.
I think we all got that. I think we're all feeling fatigued. Coca-Cola, John, just drink Coke, 30 calories per second into your system, eh?
I'm sitting here with a glass of Coke now.
Fantastic. You're a man after my own heart. John, thanks for calling in. We'll chat to you soon. Take care. We're thinking of you. Soon, okay, go well now.
Good.
Bye-bye now. I see Patsy Walker Belford is on board. And when you see, let me put this in context. Mrs. Belford, because I don't call her Patsy. I call her Mrs. Belford because when I met Mrs. Belford, I was dating her daughter. And the whole family said to me, "Oh, you haven't met our mom yet. Our mom is difficult." And I was like, okay, let's check Mrs. Belford out. And we went for a drive to the airport and came back, and we started chatting in the car on the way back. And I just thought, I love this woman. So I just want to tell you that Mrs. Belford is the mother-in-law I would have chosen. You're on the air on the Tom London Show. Hi.
Mr. London, open lines are very dangerous.
Well, I know this. That's why I've got my finger over the red button.
Good to hear you again. How are you doing? It's been far too long since we've heard you on the air.
I'm good, and I know which voice this is. This is Nigel Reeves.
No, man. You got me.
I know
Guilty as charged.
I know it's Nigel. And Nigel, whenever you're on or have called in over the years, I always tell the same story. So you're going to have to forgive me when I tell the story again. I've been a few places that Nigel's been at, and then people walk up to him and they say, "I know you from somewhere. Where do I know you from?" And then Nigel has to go through the whole story of explaining that he was Come Dine With Me. That's right,
I'm that guy from Come Dine With Me.
Yeah, he's the Come Dine With Me guy, Nigel Reeves. And also, do you still have horses, Nigel?
I do, but these days I am so busy I haven't sat on a horse since April.
Oh, wow. Have you still got a girlfriend?
I do. 18 months, going strong.
Congratulations.
He hasn't murdered me yet.
That's good.
Yeah. But no, it's good to have you back on air, and good.
Thank you.
You'll certainly be keeping me company when I'm away on business, which I'm
awesome
doing far too often these days.
Are you still making the machines to test for Dacha?
Yep. Business is going strong. I'm down in, of all places at the moment, Velkom.
Oh, man, there's a song. Oh, I wonder if we can find it. I don't even know if I can find this song. Shall we give it a try?
Is it the Millie Pop song?
No, I've retired the Millie Pop song.
Oh, no,
yes.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I've retired the Millie Pop song. Are you serious? I've had people asking me for the Millie Pop song for days now, and I'm like, I can't do the Millie. The Millie Pop song is history.
It is you, Tom. It's you.
Maybe I'll give you a snippet, but let me just see if I can find this song. It's called Me and My Dog. And I don't think it would be copyrighted, so we can probably play it. Me and My Dog, because you can't play commercial music on Facebook. But this song is so old. All right, here we go. All right, you're not going to hear it, Nigel. But when I drop the call, I'm gonna play the song. All right.
Perfect.
You take care.
It's always good to speak to you, and it's good to phone you up and annoy you once every so often.
I'm looking forward to more calls from you. You take care, my friend. Go well now.
Perfect.
Bye.
Thanks, Tom.
This is Matt Herter and me and my dog Malcolm. And the reason I'm playing it is because Nigel said he's in Velkom. Right? Here we go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sing Country. We're having a marvelous time here.
Do you remember that program, Sing Country?
With us. Sit back for the next half hour or so. Join us. The guy standing behind me on stage.
Oh, I'm going to love this.
He has a whole legion of fans. Let me tell you a little bit about him.
How's it, Paul Rotherham? Paul Rotherham on board. Great friend of mine.
And he's been singing and carrying his special brand of music around South Africa for about 22
All right,
years.
Bruce, enough now.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Matt
tonight
Herter.
you will enjoy, I know,
Herter.
the voice of Matt Herter.
Yeah.
And this number is especially for you guys from the Free State. It's me and my dog Malcolm ain't so welcome down in Velkom anymore.
For
Matt
Nigel
Herter.
Reeves in Velkom. Here we go, Matt Herter.
I'm just a cowboy singer.
Yeah.
And I love all the ordinary
things.
My dog's name is Malcolm.
Yeah.
And a pretty girl in Velkom wears my ring. We both love that woman, and we thought that that woman loved us too. But we've just been to Velkom, and it looks as if our Velkom days are through. I don't know what happened, or the reasons why that woman said goodbye. If Malcolm had a human heart, I know that dog would just lay down and cry. I cannot see into the future.
Oh, I love this.
But I can see the writings on the wall.
Hello, oppa.
Me and my dog Malcolm ain't so welcome down in Velkom anymore. Malcolm was a puppy when we used to walk that woman down the street. Now she says that hound of yours is forever getting underneath my feet. She says I should sell old Malcolm.
What?
And get myself a fancy Persian cat.
Excuse me?
And the final straw was when that woman said she didn't like my cowboy hat.
Never.
I don't know what happened, or the reasons why that woman said goodbye. If Malcolm had a human heart, I know that dog would just lay down and cry. I cannot see into the future, but I can see the writings on the wall.
She's got to go. Me and my dog Malcolm ain't so welcome down in Velkom anymore.
I don't know what happened,
Key change.
or the reasons why that woman said goodbye. If Malcolm had a human heart, I know that dog would just lay down and cry. I cannot see into the future, but I can see the writings on the wall.
'Cause me and my dog Malcolm ain't so welcome down in everyone anymore. Me and my dog Malcolm ain't so welcome down in Velkom anymore. Me and my dog Malcolm ain't so welcome down in Velkom anymore.
Me and my dog Malcolm.
You got it? Ain't welcome down in Velkom anymore. Sometimes you need a little finesse, sometimes you need a lot.
What kind of day is your hair having? Will it need a light shampoo or a really deep cleaning?
Sometimes you need a little finesse, and sometimes you need a lot.
Finesse shampoo, specially formulated to clean deeply on the days you need it, gently on the days you don't, without drying, without over-cleaning.
Sometimes you need a little finesse, and sometimes you need a lot.
Coffee time is Frisco time. F-R-I-C-O, Frisco time. The full-bodied instant with the fresh roast flavor every coffee lover wants.
Frisco is Flavor Guard roasted by the world's most advanced coffee roaster. Rich, strong, and satisfying.
Frisco!
Yeah. Okay. Did you like that? Bringing back some of the old memories. What do you miss? What do you miss? Helen says you made the earth move tonight. We had a tremor What? We had a tremor in Floricliff. That's not far from me. I didn't feel that. Tammy Singh wants to know where the DeFi ad is. I don't have a DeFi ad, but I've got a Frisco ad. I've got a couple more that I'll play at you. Cremora! And there's no Cremora in the refrigerator! It's not inside, it's on top! It's not inside, it's on top! In my best John Robbie voice. Bam. Okay, we got time for another call or two. If you want to give me a call, I'll take it. I'll say how's it. You can call from wherever you are. You could be in South Africa. Benji Moody on board. Benji Moody got a shop. I hope I don't get the wrong name now. Wrong name, Benji. Because there are about 3 names floating in my head. In my head's Vinyl Junkie, right? If you want to buy vinyl, buy your vinyl from Benji Moody. Vinyl Junkie. That's a great shop, that. You go in there and you start fishing around, and he's got really good deals, by the way. You find, records, $100, you can get yourself an LP. But the new ones, they cost a bit more. I was in there just recently, and I saw Miles Davis' album, Bitches Brew, and I was, I think it was $700. I'm going back to Benji Moody one of these days to buy the Miles Davis LP. Okay, it's open lines tonight. We're not running any topics. We're just checking whether the telephones work, whether we can hear the calls, whether you call in. Just going back to the basics of talk radio and talkback radio and chewing the fat with you on a Wednesday night at, the time now, 12 minutes to 10 in South Africa. Nigel Reeves wants to know, have you recently edited the John Robbie Wikipedia page to say he lives in a caravan in Randfontein like you used to do? Well, firstly, I want to say I like John. John's a friend of mine. And secondly, I want to say John lives just down the road, probably 2.5 kilometers from me. And then thirdly, I want to say that I had nothing to do with editing John Robbie's Wikipedia page. I don't even know how to edit a Wikipedia page, or I'd have my own. I would have put my own up by now. But I do know that at one time somebody said that in their Wikipedia page, it said John Robbie is a South African broadcaster, blah, 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 and lives in a caravan in Randfontein. Now, I would love to have seen John's reaction when he saw that, or if he saw that. Yeah. All right, lines open. Ideally love another call or two before the end of the show. So if you've been thinking about it, if you've had your finger on the trigger and you want to pull it, do it now and give me a call and say how's it. We'll have a chat. And specifically, if you've got something that I don't mind if you want to call in and say how's it. That's cool. But if you've got something you've been missing, something that is not around anymore, like for me, it's the Springs Advertiser, doctors, house visits, milk being delivered at your door, the neighborhood bakery, fish paste, and what else do I miss? For some strange reason, I miss Mellow Yellow.
Lightning Valritter and Deputy Will Wright, 2 of the Old West's fastest guns in a fast drinking contest. Draw! Lightning's lightning quick draw lets him blaze through his smooth tasting Mellow Yellow. But Deputy Wright fires down his lemony smooth Mellow Yellow and beats Lightning hands down. Mellow Yellow, no wonder they call it the world's fastest soft drink. Reach for it.
Well, it's just the kind of break, the kind you choose to take, to share a mellow moment, a mild and mellow moment. Coffee, 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 Hays. Well, it's your kind of day, and life's your game to play. You choose to taste the cup, the one that measures up, rich and full all the way. Coffee, 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 Hays. Well, it's your way to go all out to show. You've made your mind up, and it's the right cup. Coffee, 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 Hays. Coffee, coffee, instant coffee, Hays.
Okay, Gaynor, is it Gaynor, says she sure misses those adverts. Yeah, advertising is not like it used to be. I want to put adverts on the show, but I want them to be really good adverts. I don't mean we have to spend $10 million making an advert, but they got to be catchy. So I remember, if you ever listened to Talk Radio in Johannesburg, the Sembelit, was it Sembelit? Hi, I'm Brian Easters. I love that. Lucy Hirsch. Hi, I'm Lucy Hirsch from Hirsch's Home Stores. I loved Lucy Hirsch. I wonder if Lucy Hirsch would do an ad on my show. Huh? I would love to have a Lucy Hirsch ad on this show. I really would. Barry Bowdish wants to know what the Springs Advertiser is. That was the newspaper. You check out everything. Who got married, who died, who was available for dates. You could buy your garden furniture in the classifieds, all the sports, which traffic got promoted, where the big accident was on Nigel Road last week. I miss the Springs Advertiser, man. Tammy Singh misses the Tony Factor ad. Yeah, I want adverts like that on the show. Ones that you remember. Boom, boom, boom. Nigel says he couldn't stand those Hirsch's ads. They were so cheesy. Yeah, but you remember them, you see. You remember even the cheesy adverts, you remember. The cheesy adverts are the ones that work sometimes. So tomorrow night, I thought I'd give you an update on my Beetle. I've got some really good news. And Russell Landau wants me to call. Russell, I don't have your number on this telephone system, so you're going to have to send me a message with your number on WhatsApp so I can call you. And then I can do it. Clive Wheel from Checkers. Paul Rotherham from 94.7 Breakfast Show fame. And, well, I know Paul from all my years in radio, but also from Boxburg Pick and Pay where we started. Twally for Twally. Clive Wheel. So, like you, I used to watch Clive Wheel on television and push in the twally and saying twally for twally. And then it must be about 7 years ago now, I had a little sushi business and I was interested in getting sushi platters into retail stores. And somebody said, you should go speak to Clive Wheel. He can advise you. And so I said, okay, give me Clive Wheel's number. And I called Clive Wheel. And this is just a few years ago, by the way. I believe he's passed away since then. Or passed away in between then and now. And I went to meet Clive Wheel at his office in Midrand side, Buccleuch. And I sat in his office and I said to Clive, he said, what do you need me for? And I said, look, I've got this sushi business and I'm selling retail at them, to customers right now. But I want to put it in supermarkets. And he went, what? And I said, yeah, I want to put my sushi platters in supermarkets. And then Clive Wheel lectured me and blasted me for 45 minutes on putting raw fish on a platter in a supermarket. He thought it was the craziest thing he'd ever heard. And he hammered me. But he hammered me in a way that I didn't get upset with him, where I was really listening to him hammering me, but Clive Wheel hammered me for 45 minutes. And in the end, he offered to help me. So those are my memories of Clive Wheel, apart from the twally for twally, right? And somebody wants to hear Millipap. You know what? You know the problem with Millipap? You know what? I'll only play the Millipap song if you call me and ask me for Millipap. How's that? Otherwise, I will never play the Millipap song. See, I'm getting excited. If you see me do it, I used to do this in radio studios. I get excited. I get excited thinking about this, all right? Okay, you want the Millipap song. Some people are going, what the heck is the Millipap song? Mrs. Belford's got to go. She's got to go back to work. Bye, Mrs. Belford. Love you lots. I will play the Millipap song. The problem is, once I play the Millipap song, I know what happens. Tomorrow night, somebody wants the Millipap song again. And then every show, I've got to play the Millipap song. And I've listened to the song 1,000,000 times now. But I will play it if someone calls and asks for the Millipap song. Then I will play the Millipap song. And until I get a phone call from someone saying, please, Tom, I want to hear the Millipap song, I will never, ever, and the Coke's almost finished, which means the show's almost finished. So no pressure if you want to hear the Millipap song tonight. But I will never, ever play the Millipap song unless a call comes in from somebody asking for the Millipap song. You don't have to beg. You don't have to bribe. You don't have to give me huge reasons, nothing. You just got to want the Millipap song. You see, you got to want the Millipap song bad enough. I know what's going to happen, yeah. You're on the air. Hi.
It's me again.
Oh, not again. Really? No, you don't, it doesn't count. Second call, and if it's a second call asking for Millie Pop song, it doesn't count. It's got to be the first call, so you got to go now.
Hey, I did ask for it in the first call.
I don't.
Chaz, please back me up.
No, I don't remember that. No, I don't remember that. No,
Chaz,
you've had a call. No, goodbye. I think he can handle that. I hope so. Being cut. All right, let's go to Pat. Pat Skoltz down in Cape Town. How's it, Pat?
Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
I'm lacquer, thanks. You need to speak to your son because I want him on the show to show off those lovely cars he does, but he might be nervous.
I know. I believe so.
I want him on. Twist his arm. Give him some motherly advice.
I don't think he needs too much arm twisting.
Okay, good.
But I'll do my best.
Yeah, I'll give him a gentle reminder. All right, what's on your mind, Pat?
No, we want you to play the Millie Pop.
Okay, Pat, go back to your phone and turn the volume up and play the Millie Pop song just for you, okay?
Okay, great. Thanks, Tom.
Bye, my dear. Good to speak to you. Go well. Bye now. All right, here we go. Millie Pop song, and then I'm out of here. I can't, but I said before I started the show, somebody said to me, are you going to play the Millie Pop song, Tom? And I said, definitely not. It's a new show. We're going to have new songs. And then here we go. Bloody Millie Pop song again. Really? Is my whole life, one day when I die and somebody speaks about me or writes something on a piece of paper, is that what they're going to say? Tom London, we loved him for the Millie Pop song. Is that my legacy? Is the Millie Pop song my legacy? Is that going to be my greatest achievement in life, playing the Millie Pop song? I mean, there's a big part of me that doesn't want to do this. I did it for years and years and years. Let me just give you the history of the Millie Pop song, right? 702 was getting a transmitter in Pretoria, which meant we were going to get Afrikaans listeners for the first time. This is back in about 2007, somewhere around there. And so we got the Pretoria transmitter, and of course all the hosts at 702 were English speaking. I'm sure some of them couldn't even speak Afrikaans. And so everyone was very scared. What do you do with this new audience? How do you appeal to Pretoria? So it was a gently, approach by the radio station. And I thought, well, I'm just going to kick the door down. But how do I do that? And at the time, my best friend, Selwyn Immerman, said, well, let's watch Afrikaans music videos on MK. So we sat the whole night watching music videos, and this song came up, and he said to me, Tommy, you got to play it. And I thought I'd play it once as a joke, and I played it. And the next show, someone called in and said, please play the Millie Pop song, just like it's happened tonight. And for the next 3 years of my life, every radio show I did, I played the Millie Pop song. And when I left commercial talk radio, I said, that's it, the Millie Pop song goes with that career. And when I started this show, people were saying, you got to play the Millie Pop song. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. Not on this show. Maxine Smith says my epitaph is going to be, the Millie is now Pup. Yeah, thank you. You see, making fun of my future demise. I used to like you. Oh, man. Really? Are we going to do the Millie Pop song? Okay, I'll do the Millie Pop song, and then we'll say goodnight, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. We'll be talking cars tomorrow night. I'll show you what's going on with the Beetle. And also, you'll see whether the Beetle actually... We're going to try start the Beetle and see whether the Beetle actually starts. And I'll show you whether it does or it doesn't tomorrow night. Excuse me. Nigel Reeves wants to know if I had some Fanta tomorrow. I used to drink Fanta on talk radio days, but then I vomited in my sleep one night, and I couldn't work out what it was. I almost died. And then I stopped drinking Fanta, and then I tried to drink it again, and I vomited in my sleep again, and I thought I'm never going to drink Fanta again, so I just haven't. But now, Coca-Cola, man, safest thing, safe as sugar. Right, okay, so we'll say goodbye with the Millie Pop song tonight. And then I'll catch you tomorrow night for some more chit-chat, and we'll check out my old Beetle, and with a bit of luck, we'll have some people on who do some amazing work with some amazing cars. Perhaps Brendan will join us. Until then, I am going to wish you a wonderful what's left of the night, or if you're watching the show post-live, wonderful day to you. And remember that I'm on air every Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. Tonight we took it easy. We just wanted to do a little bit of chit-chat and get everyone talking in the comment section below the video and take a couple of calls. So if you called tonight, thank you for breaking the ice and making the show worthwhile for me to take some calls and chat to you. I hope tomorrow night we'll take some more calls and we'll meet more and more people on the telephone lines. And I hope you've made some friends in the comment section down below this video, because that's what the show's all about. It's about companionship. It's about having someone to chat to or to listen to, or someone in the background. If you're on your own or you got some people around you and you're just chilling, then that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make your night a decent experience, okay? So from me to you, I wish you a blessed evening and a great day tomorrow. And if you are watching this tomorrow, if that makes sense, may you have a good day. Thanks for pressing the play button. Thank you for spending your time with me. I know that there are a million things you could do in this world, and that you chose to spend some time with me tonight, and your friends in the comment section means the world to me. Here we go, the Millipap song, right?
Meisje Millipap, je laat mijn hart snarlager klap. Jezus, zo wat lemoen.
I'm trying not to do anything. I'm trying to stay quiet. Yeah. Oh, man. Ba-da-bop-bop. Lang and slap. It depends for bully beef. See, I said I wasn't going to do this. Ek smaak jou so waar. Ek smaak jou lekker paar. So pak my en soen my aan die brand. Wat jy dit so sag, soos 'n motorkarband. Oh, Henry, I love it when you speak foreign, Henry. Lamborghini. Ooh, fatties and monies. Ooh, Henry. Yeah, Ferrari. Ooh, okay, play the piano with me now. This has been a live broadcast of the Tom London Show. I'll be back with you again tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And we'll do this every Monday to Friday night. Ek smaak jou because I smaak jou. Ek smaak jou stikken, Henry. Want jou lippe so sag soos 'n motorkarband, Henry. Speak foreign again, Henry. Tortellini. Ooh, Henry. Ba-da-ba-ba. Sassaboer pampoen. Ja. Millipap. Met jou nek so lank en slap. Jy het 'n pens vol bullylief. Ek het jou toch so lief. Ek smaak jou so waar. Nou moet koek. Want jou lippe so sag soos 'n motorkarband. Ek wil jou soen, bokkie. Ek vra nou vir Annie, maar Annie sê sy kan nie, ja. Stok siel alleen op 'n woensdag aand. Ja, my Afrikaans is nie te sleg nie, want ek het in Stellenbosch gewoon. Goeiemôre dame, hoe gaan het met u? Maxine says, don't lie, you thoroughly enjoyed it, really. No, I didn't. I hated every second of the Millipap song. I hated every second of the Millipap song. I said I wasn't going to play the Millipap song, and you made me play the Millipap song. Go away, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Woo! I miss you already.